Hi everyone, I'm going to continue the series of the Daf Yomi. We're talking all about Gilad Shalit case and tying it into today's page of the Gemara, which we are actually in Nun Chet. That is page number 58 of Masechet Gittin. Remember, we're talking all about the different stories that occurred during the times of the destruction of the Bet HaMikdash period, the first and second temples respectively. And in today's Daf, Rabbi Yehoshua is going to go inside the city of Rome at the time, and he sees that there's a Jewish kid that has been held captive in Rome. This probably towards the time of the destruction of the second Bet HaMikdash, and he says a pasuk, and the kid responds to him with this different verse, this very different with this amazing Torah verse, and sees the kavanah, the intention of the kid and the potential in the kid, and realizes that he's got to take this kid out of captivity. This is what Rabbi Yehoshua does, and he does it at any cost possible. He does, and in fact, this kid, this wonder kid, who was described as very handsome also inside the Talmud, he actually turns out at the end to become Rabbi Yishmael many years later on. He becomes a very, very great rabbi at the end. And he released him from the ransom for an exorbitant amount of money. However, this poses a question with the commentator Tosfot. Tosfot actually is going to raise the issue that we've been talking all about, the different arisings of Tikkun Olam in the previous Stafim, especially in page number 45 in Mem Hey. And Tosfot over there, he questions, and he says that one should not release someone else if more than the sum of the person is worth, potentially, because otherwise everyone's going to take everyone else captive. So Tosfot actually gives various different answerings in today's daf. For example, he says that the kid was going to have huge potential, so potentially he's going to become big Talmud Chacham, and because he wasn't like a normal person, he should pay that incredible, huge amount. Other reasons were, which from moral and ethical point of view we can very much relate to, that imagine the suffering this kid was going to endure from the cruel Romans, what he's going to endure in the future. So you've got to redeem him at any cost possible and leave the Tikkun Olam aside. And it got me thinking, these are very much points that very much advocate also the release of Gilad Shalit many years ago. He was held captive in the worst possible fashion. It was very well documented at the time. And his father at the time, he pressed the politicians at the time. He put posters, leaflets everywhere. He pushed the politicians, Israeli politicians, to make a noise about it. And it went all through social media, the pictures of Gilad Shalit at the time, and the awareness of it, that we've got to release him and everything else, and all throughout the media. And he spoke, he fasted, he saw the important, he didn't give up. He went to Rabbi Eliashiv, Zechet Tzadik Livracha, also to Chacham Ovadi Yosef, and asked him she'elot, and got strength and chizuk from these great rabbis, and they said to keep sticking with the perseverance and everything else. And he knocked on politician doors, went all throughout the media and everything else, and eventually he was released. He never gave up. Over here, the father of Gilad Shalit, he fasted, he davened to Hashem, he rallied that all the Bet Knesset should actually daven in the schut that Gilad Shalit will be released. And at the end he was released, and only about 2 years ago, Baruch Hashem, he got married at the end, and has been Choseh B'Teshuvah, been Mitzchazek, incredible fashion and all of that. But we can learn actually something. We see that Rabbi Yehoshua, he persevered, he saw the potential, and this kid became Rabbi Yishmael. And the father of Gilad Shalit, he never stopped, and maybe unfortunately sometimes people give up hope from despair or whatever it might be, but Gilad Shalit's father never gave up. He believed, he fasted, he spoke to the great Rabbanim and everything else, and he didn't stop. And he persevered. And we can learn a valuable lesson from the father of Gilad Shalit over here, is that imagine that if we persevere and we give all our effort in our Avodat Hashem, in our davening, in everything that we want to get, imagine what we can achieve. If we're not in a forced situation, what we can achieve if we press and reach our goals, what we need to do. If we work on our midot and on our tefillot and on our relationships with other people, with our wives and with our kids and everything else, imagine how much the Bet HaMikdash will be rebuilt if we were to do that and persevere. with the greatest effort possible. And just like that, just like Rabbi Yoshua saw the potential in what was to be Rabbi Yishmael and what the father of Gilad Shalit didn't persevere, that's what we should be doing in our lives. We should be working hard every single day. We see that we need something, we need to work on ourselves and everything else. We can do it and give our full perseverance inside of this. That's how important it is. And I'd like to dedicate it, and I would like to dedicate this to all of Am Yisrael, where we're all going to be blossoming and just good things for all of us. And we want to wish you all a great day. And please listen over to the previous videos I've done on the Daf Yomi. Bye.